Hello, hello, hello. You know, it's funny, every time I start streaming, I manage to realize I'm not scooted in close enough. So, I've decided to mute and then scoot. Mute and scoot. Well, hello, Baldy Beardy. Hello, hello. Good to see you already. Sorry, I'm a little on the late side today. Sam has been sick for a full-on week now, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. He got up a smidge later today than normal, so he didn't quite want to go to sleep. He's actually still sitting in his crib, just kind of playing with stuffed animals. It's kind of hilarious to watch when he does that. But yeah, so because of that, it took a little bit longer to get to putting him down. And so now he's down, or at least in his crib, waving some stuffed animal back and forth repeatedly. But yeah, let's stream. So today, I have a few different things that I want to do, and I'm going to be very curious to see how well this is going to go. I want to use Amulet, but it is kind of a difficult thing to use, and I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy doing that on stream. Basically, I've got something that is going to go, let's see if I can get this right, back up here. It's going to go up in that area here and then extend over all of level 4. Baby monitor. You know what? I might be able to add it into picture-in-picture. It's on my iPad, so that's the only problem. I don't know if they have anything. That would be rather hilarious because he is just kind of like doing a thing. That would actually be a really good thing to do because then everybody could see when I'm able to stream and when I'm not. So I don't know if I can do it this time, but I will definitely try to do that for some of the future streams because I'd like to be able to stream on Fridays. Thursdays for sure I should be able to stream and do like Minecraft, but I was hoping for like Fridays to do auxiliary streams and do some other games like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and stuff like that. So I will likely have that at that point so that I can, because like Sam will be with me. But that is actually a really good idea, Baldy Beardy. I will have to do that. All right. Since Tuesday, I was able to do a little bit of work around here on Wednesday. In all reality, I didn't get a ton done. Back here, just kind of like filled in a smidge more of the walls. I'm not sure if I actually did this on Wednesday or not. I went up a little bit higher, and you'll notice there's a couple different spots. Those were kind of like areas. That's where the floor of the upper region is going to go. So that's where the ceiling will be for this. I filled in these 4 trees, and then I've started adding some paths through these trees so that the player can get around. It's one of the things that I'm really excited about for a player to be able to do is go, from this tree, climb up higher, come down, go here, climb up higher, over here. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get you even further up. Nene, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate you. Happy to have you in. Enjoy baking. Hopefully that goes well. But yeah, so I got a little bit of this in. I did a little bit of work down in here on some of these cliffs. I want these to be relatively spiky. And for the most part, kind of filled them in. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a section right over here where you can actually get on top of this. So this will be like the only real flat section is over here. And then that's going to lead you over there and then get you up to the temple that's going to be sitting over there. Some of the other bits that I did was I added in some of these walls. So for the most part, these are going to be flat and pretty plain right now. And then I'm going to go through and texture them later. It's just a matter of getting them in place. But these are going to kind of come up, and then I think they're going to meet up here. I'm still kind of working out the details on that one. But yeah, for the most part, some of this stuff here, which surprisingly a lot, was what I did. And I'm very much enjoying the aspect where, the player is going to be coming into the level, and then this is going to be kind of what they're greeted with, and I'm starting to work out some of the smaller details. What on earth is he doing? Oh gosh, he's doing Happy Baby and rolling around in his crib. This is really funny. I'm so sorry that there's no picture-in-picture for this, because that would be hilarious. But yeah, so adding a little bit, trying to keep the obvious thing, you want to go through there, want to keep that out of the field of view for the player. So when they're coming in here, you're not exactly able to see that through there is where you're supposed to go. So it gives you more time to explore and look around. And then you can pretty much walk through here. You'll find this, and then you'll come through here and be greeted with the lush area. Okay, so before I get too far into this, I did just create a copy of the world prior to starting, and I was able to take a look at this last night on a different world. So basically I did this on a copy, and then I just made an extra copy now, just in case somebody has played between last night and today. I don't want to overwrite somebody's work. So what I'll do is I'm going to back out of here. Oh, hi, Livy. Welcome in. So I'm going to back out of here for now, and I'm going to kind of show what I want to do out of this. This is the backup I did last night, and then used Amulet to put some pieces together. To me, this is going to be really fun to do for everything, and for all the players. This right here, the segment is level 5, and so you're going to be in here after you've completed level 4. And one of the things that I was really excited about was for the player to be able to come up here and then come out here and peer down into this crystal valley. So this is the top of level 4. So this is where the player is going to go up to. In the end, this is mainly a lore-based thing, and so a lot of the pistons and beacon work that I was doing is going to be involved here. And I really love this. I took a look at this at night, which I thought was really fun. And so I think once I saw this, I was I have to do this. This is an absolute must. This has to go here. I really want somebody to come through here. I'm actually thinking of doing some daylight sensors. So you may be in the level, but you can't get to this point without it being nighttime. But at the same time, I don't want this to be the only thing you see, because it is actually pretty cool even in the daytime, though it's just not as majestic. But I do absolutely love how this looks, and I think it would be a lot of fun to pretty much watch this kind of turn in the middle of the night. And so this is where I'm going to start putting in some beacons and stuff in here, and that's going to come through here. I will say this, Sam seriously does not want to go down for a nap. He's standing in his crib and staring out into the void. But no matter what, he's going to take that nap. He did not sleep well last night, so he must. One thing too, I did find a shaders pack, and I'm really excited to actually turn it on for this. It doesn't look quite the way I was hoping it would, but it still looks really cool. Yeah, so as nighttime kind of sets in, you'll be able to see this. Like this is the kind of vibe that I was going for. Now, some of like where I was getting the initial inspiration for this was a very white area. It was a snow-capped mountain with white crystals that turned yellow at night. It's really hard to do that, and so I think this is a great compromise for how this is going to look. And then just add in beacon beams pretty much everywhere. So, and I think also the cool thing is you, the player, are going to be down here, and you're going to be able to see over the top of the mountain. You're going to be able to see level 5 over there. So those markings right up there, those are the pieces that like that's where the peak of the mountain is going to be. So you won't be able to see all of this. You'll see none of that because that'll be technically like inside of a mountain. But you will be able to at least see the tops up here. And then also one of the cool parts about this is if you pop down in here, it does cast a lot of shadows, which I already knew was going to happen anyway because this whole area is meant to be technically underground. But I think one of the most fun parts about this whole thing is when you're down on the bottom, it's very interesting. There's no actual floor. Though I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to keep this. Like, as fun as that might be, I don't really like it. So I'll have to still put a ceiling. But this does pretty much cover the entirety of this level. And that's the thing that I also like, is now I don't have to worry about, do I have to put in some floor? It's like a 220 by 200 block thing. And I'm like, that's a lot of blocks that I do not have to put in. I think that's 40,000 blocks just for the ceiling, one layer of it. So that's a whole lot of no thank you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to push over to Amulet, and then I'm going to grab this and then pop it into the world that I downloaded from just a little bit ago. As much as this is kind of cheaty, like this is exactly what I want. This is going to save me a ton of time. Let's see. So the fun part is making sure this is actually going to line up. That's the hardest part. It's like, can I line this up in the next world? And it's a matter of, okay, find a spot and put a block and then match those two spots. So let's see here. Okay. Actually, let's see. Funny thing is, I don't even know what block it was that I just broke. Good enough. Okay. So, actually, this one right here. So, let's see. Probably could just use a word program right now, but alas, that's too easy. 279, 251, negative 433. Okay. Sam is really resisting going to sleep. Although I'm not gonna lie, ever since sleep training, like, I don't care how much he resists, he'll eventually go to sleep, and that's what makes me happy. Okay, 251, 279, which is here, and negative 433. that was the block I would be standing on. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's see if I can adjust the screen capture. Okay, so now we're into Amulet. So I'm gonna open this one. And then this one. Okay, so this is the one with the stuff to copy. Okay. Oh, come on. So the fun part is with Amulet, this is stuff that I did in creating this new world, is I had to do stuff like this all the time. Okay, there's that, and okay. All right, that should be everything. Oh, you know what? Actually, the funny thing is I did not check the floor. So even though I just hit copy, I still need to go check it out below. Okay. So that was good enough. So now we'll come over to the most recent copy. And then pretty much relatively simple at this point. Let's go ahead and drop this back here. And now we play the game of matching it up. Man, Sam is very defiant today. He does not want to take his nap. Oops, wrong direction. All right, and that pasted together will pretty much match up with what I have in the other world. Okay, let's save that. Okay, we'll close that. We won't save this one. And then alright, back to Minecraft. Alright, let's see here. And should be this one. Okay, let's take a quick look. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Let's check out the actual name. 1213, so now this was last night's. And this one would be the correct one. So let's go into the spectator mode and get out of there. Okay, so this would be the correct one now, and here it is, fitted right back into the world. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break. I need to go check on Sam, and give me just a few minutes, and I will be back in a little bit, and I'll have some music to keep you company. Okay, sorry about that. I realized I did not hit repeat on the music. So instead of it looping for you guys, I played it once and then that was it. All right, I believe he is now asleep. So let us continue. Okay, so pretty much this is where I want this. Now what to do is to go in and replace this world with this world. Okay. Okay, we're going to edit this. Okay. Don't mind me as I'm like trying to figure out how to do this again. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Okay, apparently he's not asleep, but that's okay. He's resting. That's what we need, right? Okay. At some point, this will be done. Okay, let's go. Okay. Alrighty, so the realm has now been updated. And one thing that, oh shoot, I'm already going into this world and I forgot to set the data pack. Well, that's okay. Don't mind me. One sec. Apparently Minecraft wanted to crash right there. Okay then. That is not. There we go. Okay. I've got to start pressing buttons as soon as I get into here. All right. So, if I could stop doing enough back and forth here. What I want to do is I want to show what this looks like with shaders on. Because to me, it looks pretty fantastic. And the shaders did not turn on. I don't think it's compatible with these leaves. Okay. Actually, wait, no, that was the wrong shaders pack. It's Kelly's RTX, that's the one. Okay. that's the birch plus. And give me my colored leaves back. Yep, there we go. All right. So it doesn't look nearly as good at night. Mainly because it's just so dark. That's the one complaint I have about some of the shaders packs is like the lighting on it. But as you can kind of see, like it's already a different vibe. So let's just go straight to daytime and absolutely oversaturate you with white. So I kind of like this, but at the same time I don't, because it just clashes so much. But at the same time, this area looks amazing with the shader on. So this is something I wish we could actually have on the Realm. I can play like this because I can use this as a client side pack, but I don't think anybody else playing on a console can. And also the only issue here as well, besides performance, is the fact that I do have my render distance up to like 35 chunks, but I can only see so far with this. And I think it is for performance stuff. Like nobody wants this to be absolutely awful. Like nobody wants to be able to see 35 chunks, but then not be able to do anything. So one of the things I love is just like looking at some of this stuff. It's very reflective. It's really cool. I love the design of it. So this is pretty cool. This is fun. I like stuff like that, and I just love what it does to the world. Some of the stuff down in here was also really fun. It gives it such a very unique texture. Some of it I like, some of it I do not. But it definitely gave in here the vibe that I was going for. This is very much what I wanted. Although some of the glass textures are really bad. That's the only thing that's some of the stuff that's not so great. Okay, let's get back to playing. Let's get that taken off. And then let's hop into the realm and let's get building. Makes me very happy that Sam is sleeping right now. He's been a tired boy since he didn't sleep last night. Today was probably one of the first days that he wasn't like an absolute nightmare. He was awful for Mama Fries yesterday and wasn't all that great for me the day before. But today he was very clingy, but he was definitely not like a, awful clingy. He just wanted to be close. Like I was trying to do a kettlebell workout today and I was sitting on the edge of the couch and I was trying to do like a back workout portion, and this kid literally like walked up and just stood against the couch and my leg at the same time and basically was like pressing against me at all times. And I was like, buddy, I have to lean over and grab the weights beneath my legs and lift them, but you won't let me. So that was really difficult. I was trying not to be mad at him, but I was like, buddy, I'm like actually working out for once in my life. Like, move, just get out the way. But he was so cute and snuggly that I was like, I can't be mad at you. Oops, nope. Alright, let's get back over into creative. Let's get rid of the diamonds. Don't need that. Okay, so with the level kind of taking shape, I still have some more stuff I had to bring in. I've got the fountain that's going to go down there. But with the level taking shape, I can finally start doing some things. Like this took me a while just to even get the trees up to here, to start putting in some of these sections down below. Just because I've been struggling with, like, I have the ideas, I just need to get it in place. And that was arguably one of the hardest parts. But now that some of the stuff is kind of ending up in place, like, I'm starting to feel it, and I can, like, feel that motivation to build returning, which is great. So one of the things here I've been doing is this is the pathways down. I'm going down to there. I think what I'm going to do is do a less aggressive path down here. And less aggressive, I mean, like, we're going one step down every quarter turn. And now that we are here, now I can go just a smidge more aggressive by going down 2 blocks per turn, or per quarter turn. You know, I will say this, another note about Sam, because y'all love hearing about Sam, right? There are dogs in the neighborhood that bark, and it's not like, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe these dogs are, you know, barking, it's so annoying. It's none of that. But when your kid's trying to sleep, you can't help but be mildly annoyed. And it's not even because, like, oh my gosh, if you wake up my kid, I'm gonna be so mad. It's quite literally like their sound makes a similar sound to the pitch that Sam makes when he's, like, you know, trying to cry. And so, like, it makes me look over at the monitor all the time. Drives me a little insane. And he's literally just chilling there. And I don't have the volume on the monitor because I can see him and typically hear him even though he's on the other end of the house. So it's like, it just drives me crazy. Let's put that down there. Put that there. Okay. All right, so we're kind of getting somewhere here with these. These are going to be fun. I don't know if all of these paths are actually going to stay. Some of them will, some won't. But I like the idea of kind of like making a player utilize these paths to get around. So, like, you know, you're going to end up in the trees, and that's how you're going to get down to here, and then you're going to get over there. But then you need to get up. So one of the points here is for you to be able to get all the way to the top. These trees will be one of the ways that you, or I think the only way that you get up there. And so it's going to be a matter of, like, okay, how do I get up there? You know, instead of just walking into one tree here and then following this path all the way up, because that's boring. You're going to end up coming out, and now you need to come up here. Okay, well, now that we're up here, you know, we're going to come across, go into this tree, pop over here, you know, and this may not be an actual path, but then there's going to be another path upwards, and then you can begin an actual ascent higher up. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. I just started throwing stuff in place just to get it happening. Okay, let's see. Let's pop over here, because these walls here need to go up. So I need to get these walls in place. These ones are going to be a little bit higher. Do I want it up that high? Oh, I just realized my computer fan just stopped. Apparently I was overloading it during the time I was on Amulet, which when I was creating the actual world and like piecing everything together in Amulet before this version of the realm opened, my computer's fans were going and it was using a lot of its power. Thankfully not as much since, but at the same time, every time I run Amulet, it definitely uses a lot of its energy. One of the fun parts about here is everything under here, everything that's going to be inside of this area will be explorable. So even though it's going to be mostly blocked off and not really visible to the player, it is still there and it is still going to be a part of the level. I don't want to have any like actual wasted space, even though there's going to be plenty of wasted space. I think one of the hard parts for me, like as I build this, is I'm doing this completely out of stone and very flat. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I would much rather have this be textured and, have some shape to it, but at the same time, I'm just like, if I do that, it's going to take me 9 minutes per little strip. I don't know where 9 minutes came from, but I was going to say 9 months, but the level itself will take that long. So if I sit here and just texture one little segment of the wall at a time, I would never get anywhere. All right. And the hard part too is like all of this stuff does need to come up. Like all of these walls have to get into place for this level because it is 100% in a cavern and something needs to be there. But these pillars right here are what, 25, 30 blocks tall? Is that 105? Yeah. It's about 40 blocks tall. So it just takes time to go through each one of these. One of the things that I have to keep in mind as I build these here is these are going to be, for the most part, exterior walls. So what I mean by that with this one is like, the back of the level is right over there. This right here is going to be a bit of a wall. But like with this right here, this is supposed to be, for the most part, where the level ends. Like you're not going to go outside of this except for into here, which then means I just have to run a wall around there. But each of these are going to be small areas where I can just dome it. I can just throw a wall up so I don't have to like put anything here, which makes this an exterior wall. And so this is going to come up and meet up with this, and then eventually has to connect up here. That way, like, you, the player, look and you don't go, oh, I'm underground, but apparently not. I can see the sky. So that's one of the things that, like, I have to keep in mind is, like, I have a height restriction in place that I need to adhere to, which is frustrating. But at the same time, like, it's a part of, like, the level design, and I have to make sure I keep that in mind the whole time. Okay. Yeah, and so that's going to run over to here, into this spot here, which will connect to this, and run over there. I know this is like the most enthralling thing. But definitely must be done. I will say now that the roof is in place, like the lighting updates are going to be very interesting. But I will say one of the things that I am excited for is like the ambiance that I'm going to set with this one. So even though it's going to be dark, that's going to be okay because not everything is going to be dark. Like I've got little fairies and stuff that I want to put in. As you guys saw with the level up above, there are like little glass things that basically it's like glass with end rods and stuff, so like little stars. Those are going to be in some of this, like those are going to be in the upper areas, kind of like, you know, it's coming from up above. But then I'm going to have something similar where, you know, it's going to be like colored glass with glass panes and stuff like that. I could even do sea lanterns or frog lights, but it's going to be very similar to that. And they're going to be little fairies kind of floating around. For the most part, they're going to be pretty isolated over here, but I will have stuff like that in here as well. You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm very grateful that we're doing this in creative, or else this is the view we would all have. It's a pretty good view. I'm digging this. do. And then fall down. And continue. And that's why this is done in creative right now. I'm kind of sad that this is going to be on the other side of that wall. I actually kind of had fun texturing some of that. Definitely have to do a little bit of editing with that one. Kind of terraform that so that it's not such a stark, you know, hard cut line. Okay. Actually, let's take a quick look at that. Yep, looks like a giant wall. I think that's been achieved. Mama Fries is currently seeing Sam sleeping. Okay. Sorry, I just had to check in with Mama Fries real quick. Also, one of the fun parts with this too, oops, guess who did that wrong? One of the fun parts with this is how high do I make these walls to start, and how high will they be in the end? So, oh hi Mama Fries, welcome in. So Mama Fries has currently seeing Sam, and yeah, he is laying oh so cute right now. But yeah, so one of the things that I'm like with these walls is like, there's walls all the way up, but I don't technically have to make them all the way like up and visible to the player, but it's like what walls go to what heights. So like with these, I'm only taking them up so high, but you can see there, those are going to go up much higher. So trying to figure those pieces out makes this very, very interesting. So Mama Fries, how is work treating you today? Hopefully everybody's behaving and nobody's trying to, burn the place down. Chaos. Okay, well, so maybe they're not behaving. I'm assuming it's more chaos as you guys prep to shut down for Christmas, yeah? Oh gosh, no one's quitting. That's good. Holiday stuff. Good. Okay, I don't know if I really... Yeah, we'll just put this last one there. Well, I'm glad nobody's quitting. That's always good. But hopefully you guys can get all the orders packed out and out the door. You guys only have 7 more days. So here's where it's going to be very interesting on some of the walls. This is very much going to be a part of the level. So this is where some of these areas are going to be water ponds. I'm not going to lie. Some of these emotes are very interesting. So Olivia, I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. Oh, fun. They need to give you another pay raise if you're going to do shipping and your job. Oh, man. It's funny. We all have our own form of chaos that we deal with at work each day. Isn't that right? Okay, so am I either pouring salt into the wound, or are you salty that they're not paying you more? Both. That's fair. Okay. So this is good. Baldy Beardy, I must say, there was one point when I was showing you Minecraft so long ago where I was showing you something. I forget what I was showing you. But you made some comment like how the walls were like 1 block thick. And you're like, I could break through that easily. And it's like, but that's not the point. Like, it's enough to keep a mob out. I feel like I was showing you something. I don't necessarily remember what, but it was just funny. I just remember like the air of the conversation was how easy it would be to break through, and I think it was with something like this too. It was like corner blocks. You know, and it's like, if you really think about it, I mean, this isn't the most secure thing. But I just remember how you were like, I could break through that, no problem. So it just makes me laugh thinking about that conversation now, knowing, like, you know, I take a look at Rivendell and I'm like, some of these walls are only 1 thick. I could break through that, no problem. So hopefully you don't mind me being a stinker about that. I highly doubt you'll remember that conversation. Mainly because my brain remembers random stuff for no apparent reason. So, Mama Fries, I was telling you last night you were going to have to wait to see it. And I'm sure if you're looking, you can see it. But there it is. There's that Crystal Valley sitting right above level 4. And I'll come up and I'll show you what I was talking about with the nighttime view. This was the view technically the view I was talking about was from over here. So you, the player, in level 5, can see down into level 4. Like, to me, this is gorgeous. I love this. And then for the frame of reference, there's the town. So for anybody else who doesn't quite know, I was trying to articulate this to Mama Fries last night. I was not doing a very good job. All right, let's take a sleep. Okay. So this area over here, this one's going to be kind of fun. This is going to be my own like custom biome. So as you can kind of see, there are these little pockets right here, pretty much littered all the way around. So this is going to be very much a wetlands area. And these pockets are going to be full of water. So like this is completely open. Like I need to fix that. We'll fix that next. But basically there's going to be water in here, and then there's going to be water that's coming down the mountain into this, pouring out into here, pouring down into here, and then flowing out into an area that's, you know, just not going to be accessible to the player, just for, you know, giving the water some direction for it to go. Yeah, one of the things that I kind of think of when I think of this area is like rice fields, or like rice fields in mountains. That's kind of the vibe that like I get when I think about this area. It's like all the different wet ponds for like the rice to grow in. I'm actually kind of excited to make like this broken down village into something as well, because that's going to be accessible. But can you, the player, figure out how to get there? Now that will be the question. I think I hear an Amazon truck. Having Sam here and living with the in-laws, and especially it being the holidays, you never know when an Amazon truck is here for you and when it's not. I'll tell you that much for sure. Sweet, we are almost done with this. I cannot wait. As invigorating and enthralling as this is, I cannot wait to be done with this. One thing I have to keep in mind with this area is this is all technically a mushroom island or mushroom island. I changed the biome when I brought this one in, and it's all mushroom island. So even though like some of this area is going to be very dark, it's okay. The line for this comes out to right about there. You can see the coloration change in the water. So I have to make sure that when I add stuff like this, that I don't cross the line. Even though I think right on the very edge of that, it technically goes over, but I can't remember if I made the mushroom biome go all the way over to the front of some of my mountain. I know some of it has it. I just don't know how far over. But I have to remember that for mob stuff. Definitely don't need mobs spawning in this level. This is going to be more of a detailed level than I'm used to doing, so last thing I need is for them to blow something up. Okay, well that is done. Gosh, this just looks so weird with a hole. Having holes like that there in the back is just like throwing me off. So let's go ahead and fix that. Don't need these right now. Okay, let's take some dirt. And then basically, these are just kind of coming down. These don't actually have to go down all that far, to be honest. Because like these pools are not going to be something that, you know, the player's gonna hop into and have to explore. So this is just a matter of, you know, putting it in to fill a hole. The perfectionist part of me really wants me to complete the whole thing, or at least make it even. That's probably going to drive some people crazy. You know, the funny thing here is, like, as I build with my player looking straight up, all I can think about is volleyball. There was a league that I played in, and our team captain was, you know, an outside attacker, and his wife was a setter and had been a setter for many, many years. And it was very interesting because a setter looks up like this all the time because they're always watching the ball. So whereas an outside attacker can pretty much just kind of watch from the side, the setters always got their neck just cranked. And it was very interesting because he was like, yeah, she's got a lot of neck issues from this, like from setting for so many years. And it just dawned on me. I was like, huh, I guess that could happen, huh? And so now every time I build like this, I can't help but be like, man, my poor player's neck. And then I'm like, look up, look up. Yeah, video game character, feel it. Okay, that's okay for that to be stone. Okay, stone. Still waiting for some of the grass to get over here, but I don't load this area as much. Oh yeah, we're outside of the confines of the Mushroom Island right here. See the difference in the grass, that's for sure. Okay, that'll take its time and spread over, so I need to get in here as well. You know, I think I probably should have eaten some lunch before I did this. I made sure Sam ate, and I ate 2 of his chicken nuggets. He ate 3 out of the 5. I ate 2 of them, and then I ate his tater tots because he didn't want them. I don't know how much my body actually thinks is enough, but that wasn't it. Though I'm not going to lie, I was very grateful he ate today because he's not been eating as much. We all know how it is. We know we need to eat. We know we need to drink water when we're sick. But man, is it so difficult when you don't feel good to actually eat. So it was encouraging to see him actually eat 2 eggs for breakfast this morning on top of his pouches, and also eat 3 chicken nuggets today for lunch on top of a couple graham crackers and stuff. Good to have some protein in him. Okay. Alrighty, so some of those walls are now filled in. Let's go ahead and do some of this here. Okay, so for Phantomkin there, I should probably respond, I am placing dirt. Now the question here is, can I actually sleep? Or do I have to set the game rule for player sleeping percentage? I have to set the game rule again. Alright, game rule. Player sleeping percentage 0. It is actually one of the most obnoxious things that you have to keep setting that rule in order to sleep. Oh, whoops. I'm not actually in flying mode. Okay. So let's get the floor into this. Which honestly, the actual floor very well may be much higher than this. Yeah, so the floor might actually be about just a couple blocks down, maybe just one block down, but I need to at least block off this portion of the floor here. I could make these deeper. I just don't know if it's fully necessary or not. Alright. Should probably throw one over here too. Interesting. Well, enjoy sounds of a trash truck, because I'm pretty sure you guys can all hear that right about now. Interesting. Okay. Should probably start putting some floors in here as well. Let's see. No, I don't think it was this one. Was it this one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. It is really interesting watching like the sound levels of my microphone picking up this trash truck right now. Like, this is hilarious to me. Okay, I can't remember. Do I want to keep this? Let's just drop this down 2 blocks and call that good. Then if I have to, I will make adjustments as needed. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a little tight there, so maybe I won't be using that section. It's kind of fun. There are sections of the level that I just probably will never show on stream until the day comes in which I will like have Mama Fries or somebody play test this for me, just because I don't want to spoil some of the ideas that I've got for it. It's really hard because, you know, my friends are the ones who are in the realm and playing this, and are also, you know, all of you guys watching. So it makes it a little tricky trying to, like, you know, make secrets and make fun stuff inside of the level when the people that I'm making it for are the ones that are watching it get built. So that's always a challenge, but I have no one really to share it with, so you guys are gonna get spoilers nonetheless. Okay. gonna follow this one around. Yep, that should be good for where to put the floor. Okay. That's good. And then we'll just have the water be up there. And then this one, I will actually go ahead and put this floor here. No worries, man. Yeah. The only spoilers are like if you're actually playing this, like, where do I go next? What should I do? I don't want to give away like, oh, that should be over here. He said if you open this door and you go through here, then you find, the key or whatever. Like, that's the spoiler stuff I don't want to give out. My stomach is making some interesting noises now. Okay, so these are good. These all have floors. This one does not. Okay. Now I need to add the floors in these. And yeah, we'll call it right there. Okay, there's that one. Now let's do this one. Sorry about that. Yeah, now I can still do this one. I will tell you, some of the fun things about like making spaces like this is I've made a space here on the top, but technically there's always space underneath. There's going to be all of that down there. It's very interesting. Like, I was always that kid who loved going into buildings. And Phantomkin, yes, I am in creative for this right here. I always loved going into buildings and exploring. I'm very much an explorer. I'm absolutely miss Discovery Zone and wish that he would come back, even though it is an absolute germ-infested pit. So having things like that, where there's that section underneath, it makes me happy. I love stuff like that. And so, like here, now we've got this entire area on the inside of this little mountain range that goes all the way through here. I don't know what to do in here, if I'm going to do anything level specific, or if I'm going to make it like, this is where some redstone's going to live, or if there's going to be, some kind of, portion of the level that'll take you in here or through here or anything like that. But stuff like this is just a byproduct of putting stuff in place. And I absolutely love it. I'm weird like that, how things like that just like make me smile, makes me really happy. Okay. Getting a little bit closer. So still got just a few more spots over here. Just go ahead and mark this here. Just kind of seems like a natural spot. See, like, I don't even want this really to be all that deep. Like, this is 2 blocks worth of water. It's plenty. Now, those are famous last words, I'm sure. I'm sure that I'll come back and I'll look at this later when I'm actually putting in the water and making any portions of the level to, be on, above, below, whatever, next to. And I'm going to be like, man, I should have gone a couple extra blocks lower. And I'm going to be mad at myself. But you know what? That's a future me problem. Sucks to be future me. Okay, a couple more. And that's what I meant by the lighting updates. Let's go ahead and throw that down there. Oh my gosh, don't you dare. Don't you dare sit up. You'll never guess who just sat up. He's got to stop with these 1-hour naps when I'm trying to stream. Because it's just not fair. Yesterday, between his time in the car, his first portion of his nap in his crib, and in the second portion of it, dude slept for almost 3 hours. I will say that's likely why he didn't sleep last night. It's because he was not nearly as tired as he had been. I am not a happy camper that he is sitting up right now. I'm going to wait him out. I'm going to see if he will go back to sleep. Because he did yesterday, but it took him time. Okay, let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Well, shoot. 3 more. Well, that turned to grass quickly. Go to sleep, Sam. Love you to death, buddy. But Daddy needs a minute. being 2:30, that's not terribly far off from when he should be getting up anyway, given that his bedtime's 8:30. One of the hard parts about leaving your kid in his crib and letting him kind of work it out on his own is, like, one of the things that we tend to find is, like, we'll go back in to check on him, like after so long of him fussing and whatnot before he goes to sleep. And you walk into the room and you kind of get punched in the face by the smell of a poop. And you go, okay, well, that's why you've been fussing. And you're like, so when do you, like, where do you draw the line on he's fussing because he's pooped or he's fussing because he wants to get your attention? And so that's one of the hard parts I have when he wakes up. I'm like, did you wake up because you pooped, or did you wake up and you just don't want to lay back down? It's really hard because sometimes you're like, I feel cruel with how I'm either not responding or I am. Like, either I'm being cruel by responding to his needs, or like not responding to his needs, but like either I'm being cruel because I'm not responding to his needs, or I'm like being cruel and not letting him figure stuff out on his own. Because if you don't let him figure it out on his own, then he's not going to learn how to figure it out on his own. It's a really weird paradox with kids. Come on, buddy. Lay down. Kid is a stream ender. He's like, Daddy's got some time to himself. Time to get up. It's not allowed. But of course he's too sweet for that. I know that's not what he's actually doing. Though it is hilarious to joke about that. One of the hard parts too is, like, he literally did this from like 3 to 4 this morning. Just sat there, just hurry. Eventually went in and gave him a pouch and some medicine, and then he went back to sleep 20 extra minutes later. So it's like, all right, buddy, go to sleep. Daddy's tired. Phantom can, yes, technically. I don't think there's any way to, like, search for them. I know there's like a locate command, but I don't know if it actually works for finding the spawners. And I appreciate it, man. It really is a hard job some days. Like, sometimes it's actually a lot of fun. But when it's not a lot of fun, it can be a lot of difficulties. That's for sure. But I forget. I think you're playing on your Switch, so it's going to be very difficult for you to toggle in and out of spectator mode. But you could always go into spectator mode and look for a room. Basically, it's like a little 7x7 by 7 room, typically, with a spawner in it. One thing I don't want to do is, like, because I am in creative, I can technically get any block in the game, so I can just basically plop a spawner down, though I don't technically like to do that. He likes to be the crazy uncle. Honestly, crazy uncle is one of the most fun jobs, because at the end of the day, you can hand that kid back and be like, huh, that's a gnarly poopy diaper. Have fun with that bad boy. All right, so these little pools are in the shape that I want them to be. I was going to say complete, but they're far from that. So I think I'm going to have some water coming down here, splitting into these. This one will fall into here, this one will fall into here. This one here will have another waterfall. We'll go into this. This one can come into here. So Phantomkin, you can, if you want, you can go into creative mode as well. And then just grab the spawner. You then just have to grab a spawn egg. So from here, like you'd literally just go, type in spawn, grab your spawner, and then whatever you want it to spawn. Let's see, like the zombie. If you wanted to, you just set it down, put the egg in it, and then boom. I'm going to break that because I don't need these guys around here. Get out of here. Welcome to why I have a sword. Even though I'm in creative, it's because of these guys. But yeah, so basically that's what you can do. Is you just grab yourself the spawner and then whatever you want to spawn out of it, and then just place it down. Oh, sorry. So basically you have to be in creative, and then, or you can run a give command. It's just whatever's easiest for you. Being on a PC, things are a lot easier. Actually here, give. Phantomkin mob spawner. Okay, so oh, hi Baldy Beardy, good to see you. So there you go. Now you just need a spawn egg. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alrighty, these are looking good enough. So I'm kind of excited for this. I think what I'm going to have to do is there's going to be a waterfall running down here, and then I may just have to do like a small river or something. Hey, easy. Easy, Baldy Beardy. Easy. Oh, gotcha. So it's either in your settings. So basically you'd hit your start button and then you would go to your settings here. And then you would actually, so game mode. So looks like you wouldn't be able to set it from there. So you'd have to go through with the keyboard, which is through your chat feature here. And then basically it's / game mode space creative. And then you do / game mode survival to get back. That's how I get back and forth. So actually, game mode spectator. And that's how I now transition into spectator. And then that's how I get back. So I do it really quickly because I'm on the PC and then I'm just in and out of it. But I'm also in and out because I'm working on all of this. So try not to abuse that too much. Okay, Sam's laying down now, which is good, though I don't think he's going to stay that way because he's coughing. And that typically keeps him up. Ha, fairy swamp. Okay, let's throw some extra lighting in here. Yeah, I can always send that to you on or in Facebook if you'd like. My stomach does not like me today, or at least it doesn't like anything I've eaten or something. It is very dark in here. My goodness. Okay. Bet it's not too far away. Don't give me that. Oh gosh. Yeah. I don't know if you can actually use the spawner for an iron farm. If you need some iron, let me know. I do technically have a lot because I did have an iron farm in the last season and I brought over the contents of it. So I have a ton of iron. I'm always willing to share. Let's see. Actually, I don't think it's not in here. Yeah, that's not it. Not gonna lie, I really wish these spam numbers would stop calling me. Okay. I'll take the long flight over here to my industrial district. One of the random things that happened during the creation of this world is this ship was in the water, and for some reason it is in the sky now. I did not do that to it. It magically appeared up there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I really don't know how this ended up here. Let's see. Make it easier because the video on YouTube, they're in create mode. So this ship is basically on the backside of my mountain. I'll be building an ocean level somewhere around here, and I might actually include that in there. But yeah, so my level 4, or levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 are back here behind the mountain, and then that's just further off in the distance. Kind of insane looking at it from that perspective. I haven't done that before. And yeah, I know like all those videos are done in creative, and it really sucks because sometimes you're like, can you maybe show how to make this in survival, because that's a lot more difficult. That's for sure. But I've built a number of iron farms. It's just a pain in the butt to get it to go together. So just have some patience. Just don't build it below ground. Build it above ground. That'll be my charge to you. Don't do it below ground. Okay. Name tag, name tag. All right, where are you at? Yes, and Baldy Beardy is correct. He has basically built everything in survival. And he can always help diagnose the iron farm for you as well. Honestly, at this point, I kind of just like default to letting him do stuff like that because I just don't have the time or patience to make another iron farm. It's not the most enjoyable thing. Yes, I was, but I did drop some iron in one of your chests at the front of your place. Also, Baldy Beardy, if Sam stays asleep, I will pop over into that other world and I will take a look at your place in, or with shaders on. Because I think it actually looks pretty cool. I think I've looked at it once. like with the shaders on. Okay. I am happy with how that is turning out. Oh, no worries. So I'm happy with how this is turning out. I'm glad the walls are up. I'm really not looking forward to building these up here. As high as that's going. That one either. But that's fine. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's take a quick break. And let's go take a look at that other world. And see your build with shaders. Alright, and global resources. Let's take off the colored leaves because you don't build it. For that, you have your stuff built exactly how you want it. And yes. Okay. That gap in the window cracks me up. Huh. Okay. I didn't know you had it on your computer as well. The only thing I don't like, or one of the things I don't like about the shader pack is just the size of stuff. I don't really like it. Okay, Baldy Beardy. Here we go. I really dislike this fog, but that's fine. Very grateful. Sam did lay back down and has stayed down for a little bit, so we'll be good here. Oh, you actually like the fog. This is why I don't like the fog. I don't actually know how far away the mobs are if you can hear them. I would say probably within 16 blocks. Let's see, the spawn sphere is 24 to 48 blocks, so they're within 48 for sure. But yeah, this is why I don't like it, because you can't actually see anything that's over there or over there. So this fog in particular is like more intrusive than the others, though it is kind of fun thinking about like the eeriness. Like you can make some very eerie stuff with this, and the water is super clear. You know, the funny thing too is like this may all be stone, but man, it doesn't look as plain as it does in regular view. Oh, that's true. Dun, dun, dun. That's kind of eerie. But yeah, I agree they could use up just a little bit, especially on console. I know consoles aren't as good at processing this stuff, but yeah. always interesting. Like, just the glares that they add. Everything looks like it's like a fresh coat of water. Like rain just hit the streets or something, and it's just like glaring. It's like one of my complaints about shader stuff. Rivendell looking mighty pretty. See that custom mountain work? It's pretty. One thing too that like has always bothered me about YouTubers who play Minecraft, like they're all over the screen. They are looking left, they are looking right, and they never seem to settle for any length of time. That's one of the things that I try to make sure I do is like, okay, let's take a look. Sit. Shiny, shiny floor. Alright, let's go into survival so that I can actually walk through portals and stuff. So this is the glass. Plain glass kills me. It kills me with this, but that's fine. Gives it its own special kind of effect. You can at least see through it somewhat. Where's the armor stands? Let's see. Oh, they're in there. They're in there. That's just the lighting. Lighting is very difficult with the shaders. Shiny floor. Well, hello. Okay. I don't think I've ever actually figured out that was there before. Well, like the weird thing too is, so you say like maybe a spotlight or something. Let's. Hey. Oh, derp. Okay, so these are glass panes. Can I put this in there? So it does and doesn't really work. So like it kind of lights it up, but I feel like there would need to be something on the floor too. Because you even have lights in here too. Oops. So that's kind of the best that might actually end up being. It's not that much better. Okay. Now back over. Let's see. Oh, and I didn't actually go over and check out some of the upper areas. Netherite. For some reason I thought that said materiite or something. I do hope you're enjoying the tour of your base and or not RTX and shaders. These things are like so vibrant. It's nuts. Welcome into the storage hall. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie. that little section up there with the lighting in the back, that actually looks really dope. So pretty. Yeah, dude, that ceiling is really sweet. I am digging the chill vibe. Gosh, if you are not paying attention, you would not even notice that this is back here. Courtyard up, trading hall down. Fine, just a work area. I'll keep going down. This, though, is so pretty. Got some storage. See, now this is some of the interesting things. It's like, it's so dark, but normally this was pretty well lit. But yeah, the glass is really hard. I don't know if it's quite like that if we didn't have the glass texture pack on too, so I'm not 100% sure. Say hello to Bob and his 3 friends. Hi, Bob. I'm not gonna lie, man, you did a really good job in here. Like, this is just unreal. You did a really good job with this entire thing. Hey, this looks gorgeous. Like, even though this is a redstone thing, like this is your mud farm, mud and clay, I believe. Like, this is gorgeous. Soak it in. You can't even see the fact that I just took a screenshot. Okay, see, now this is what the waterfalls should look like. Well, even if this goes nowhere, it was still kind of fun to explore it. I'm pretty sure there's an alley in there, if I recall correctly. Ah, used to go to the upper level. I gotcha. Yeah, this is the hard part about the glass. Although that's kind of fun. Just a ball of fire falling out of the ceiling. Don't mind me, I'm gonna sleep. Yeah, some of the redstone is very interesting. I will say that, like on how it glows. Hi guys. This is gonna haunt your nightmares. Baldy Beardy, you're gonna see this in your sleep. This villager right here, so mad at you. That's kind of fun. Well, Baldy Beardy, is there anything else you want me to go look at while I'm over here? You want me to go this way? Cool. See, this is how the game really should look. Water under the bridge. Shoot. I think I saw that a little late. See, water under the bridge. Was it this one? That's looking good. Also, thank you for these lights. Like, seriously, these were very much needed. Nah, DC Adventures. So if you guys want to see something interesting, the different ambiances that I've got for DC Adventures is very, very interesting with shaders on. Apparently it does not like that banner, because that banner should be the usual one. I love this. miss my little survival spot. I gotta come back to it soon. I seriously love the vibes that this sets out. Like, this is exactly what I wanted when I made this initially. And welcome to the player hall. But yeah, I agree. The water definitely gets washed out. Yeah, this is fun. I think to me some of the most fun blocks are these right here, the skulk block and crying obsidian. I really think these look fantastic with this shader pack. It's amazing. Oh yeah, that's an iron block, believe it or not. Wait, Mr. J. He's been here. Oh boy. Much better. Okay. Welcome to level 1. You cannot see the the end crystals in there. I do absolutely love the chandelier though. Oh, it does change the paintings too. It definitely does. Yeah, sadly anything that had the glass stuff, because I think it was black glass, you can't see it. So I think that one was the armor stands. This one was the nether wart stems and stuff. The glass or the water looks real weird in this one. And being underwater is fisheye lens. Interesting. That's fun. Although I do like that. That's fun. That's fun to look at. Now the ore does tend to look very interesting. It's very shiny. So there's our copper. There's our gold. There's the coal and the netherite. I love the effect of the amethyst crystals. Here's our diamonds, our emeralds, and that's it. And nothing special here. So if you thought this was difficult before, believe it or not, there's carpet in here. And that carpet's now visible on the floor. Like, it's much easier to navigate this. This is completely pitch black in here. just, yeah, that's a lot harder now. Okay. So some of the effects, like this lighting effect, doesn't really work with the shader pack, but oh well. Oh, that is water leaking. Okay. How interesting. I don't see the audio moving. Man, none of the banners survived. That's unfortunate. That's the glass, which you can't see through. This room is definitely much more dark than I was hoping it would be. That's about the coolest part of that and what the slime will look like. Yeah, the unfortunate side of things. That's all right, though. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that tour. Now, I have to ask Baldy, Beardy, and Livy, have you guys had a chance yet to come up here and utilize... Have you guys had a chance to utilize this minecart ride yet? Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Well, this is definitely less exciting. Well, if you ever get the chance, do it. It's a very quick way to get here to level 3. I very much enjoyed putting that together. It was a pain in the butt, but I did it. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here for today. Sam is still sleeping, but I want to grab a bite to eat real quick. And then I got to go wake him up so that he doesn't sleep terribly like he did last night. But, yeah. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. Got a little bit of work done on level 4 today. With so much to do, it's really interesting to say like a little bit. Like that was quite a bit of time building some walls, but yeah, we definitely got some done. It was nice to actually have a little more progress on it, and hopefully in the coming weeks we can make some more and get that level released soon. I am definitely very much excited for the newest addition to the level in this crystals area. Really excited for how levels 4 and 5 will be able to be kind of put together, and you can kind of see them kind of existing together. So yes, and Phantom, I'll definitely send that over to you in Facebook here soon. Actually, what I can do is game mode creative. Okay, well, okay, well, I can't send it in the chat because it doesn't like that, but that's fine. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will get this up live on YouTube. I will start the uploading process as soon as I'm done here. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. It's been a blast. And I will try to be live again tomorrow. I will probably be playing a different game. But next Thursday, as long as Sam is doing better, he'll be at daycare, which will allow me to do a little bit longer of a stream and maybe get some more work done on this. So thanks so much, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys next time.